Zwilling Enfinigy Electric Kettle Pro Review. The Zwilling Enfinigy Electric Kettle is a beautiful piece of kitchen equipment. However, it isn't particularly speedy or efficient. It comes in both black and stainless steel finish, has multiple temperature settings, and features a built-in heater for keeping hot drinks warm. There's no clear water level indicator, so the entire pot is seamlessly designed. This really is a beautiful, modern-looking pot. It's completely seamless, having no external measuring. Open the lid and you can see that the interior is actually made out of stainless metal. Its only line being a temperature sensor in the bottom and two stamped levels on either side. Left-handed people will receive one set of levels, while right-handed receive a second set of liter measurements. This pot's line scale filter is fixed to the top, not the spigot, and it does not have a very fine mesh. The Zwilling Enfinigy Electric Kettle Pro is noteworthy for having dual wall insulation, which insulates its exterior from the full heat of the newly boiled liquid. It's exceptionally efficient, with the exterior never becoming too hot to touch, even after being left around with hot liquid inside of it. It's a remarkable safety measure, however, there are additional advantages. This kettle is noticeably quieter during the initial, piston stages of heating. It also retains heated liquids for much longer. Underneath, there is a black base with a shiny, polished top edge. Press the switch, and this lights up to reveal the available temperatures and functions. You can choose from 60 degrees Celsius, 70 degrees Celsius, 80 degrees Celsius, or 100 degrees Celsius, then wait a moment before the kettle begins heating to that level. When it's ready, it gives a loud beep. The thermostat comes with 4 additional functions. You can press the 40 degrees Celsius button for boiling, 93 degrees Celsius for coffee, keep warm for keeping your drink warm for up to 30 minutes, and off for turning off the heat entirely. The display lights up as the liquid heats, so you know roughly what the current setting is. It looks no smaller than the normal, but its maximum volume is 1.5 liters rather than the 1.8 liters typically found in similar sized kettles. The electric kettle is easy to use, but none of its buttons provide any kind of haptic feedback. People with vision issues may not enjoy using it. That being said, it would be nice if the boiler switched itself off when the water was removed from the top. Also, if you take away the hot water without heating up the rest of the water, it will heat back up again once you put it back on the heater. Despite the fact that the battery has its own built-in light and control system, I could not measure any standby power consumption at all. While many kettles are rated near the 3 kilowatts maximum you can pull via a normal 13 amp plug, the Zwilling Electric Kettle Pro gets a much less powerful 1.85 kilowatt hours battery. That could be good if you're somewhere with limited electricity, but it means that the kettle is slower. It takes 2.5 minutes to boil 500 milliliters of boiling water, the quickest kettles take just under 75 seconds. Boiling the maximum 1.5 liters takes 5.5 minutes, almost twice as long as the fastest kettles. It doesn't take significantly more energy to boil water fast than slow. However, this kettle used slightly more power than most. For heating 500 milliliters of hot drinks, a Zwilling kettle uses less energy than a cheap plastic one. However, if you're going to use a kettle every single time you want to heat up some hot drinks, then buying a Zwilling kettle may not be worth the extra expense. A large part of this problem might be that this kettle continues to heat up the liquid for several seconds after it has already boiled. This can make it take longer and consume more power than it should, but only if you're trying to reach 100 degrees Celsius. At 90 degrees Celsius, it only takes 0.052 kilowatt-hours to bring 500 milliliters of the hot liquid to a rolling temperature. Making coffee 5 times a day would save you around £9 per year. While it may take more effort to get to a rolling start, the Zwilling Electric Kettle Pro keeps your drinks piping hot for longer than most models, due to its insulated double-wall construction. After 1.5 hours of boiling, 500 milliliters of liquid had dropped to 59.1 degrees Celsius, while 1.5 liters remained at a scorching 77.3 degrees Celsius, just right for making a cup of tea or coffee without having to reheat again. By contrast, a single-skinned metal kettle might drop to about 73 degrees Celsius in the same test, whilst colored metal and plastics can reach 65 degrees Celsius or so. If you wanted to reheat after this time, the Zwilling Electric Kettle Pro would require less energy to do so. This is a nice looking kettle. I especially like its minimalistic, clutter-free design, and the fact it doesn't come at the cost of ease of use. It's still easy to use even if you're not used to using one. It's also got some neat features, like the ability to be turned off by simply turning the handle without having to press any buttons. It's unfortunate that the Zwilling Enfinigy kettle isn't as fast and efficient as some of the other kettles I've reviewed. However, this only really becomes a problem when you're heating water up to 100 degrees Celsius. If most of the time you'll be making coffee and tea, this is a very good option for you. If you mainly want to boil water, consider the Ninja Perfect Temperature Kettle 200 UK instead.